worn out faces, bright and early for the daily races, going nowhere, going nowhere. Their tears are filling up their glasses, no expression, no expression. Out of my head, I wanna drown my sorrow. No tomorrow, no tomorrow.
Boom, boom, boom.
And welcome to the Three Wise Men podcast. And today we're talking animal rights. And take it away.
Okay.
I hate animal rights.
Hunting and animal rights. Pretty much we're going to talk about
People,
today.
how's everyone?
does that mean?
Okay, we're back again. And, this time we're going to speak about our feelings for animals.
Feelings for animals.
Because there are a lot of people out there that believe that animals shouldn't be harmed. Okay? And, well, now that, as time has gone by, I became an animal lover. What can I say? John,
I don't love animals, but I take care of them and like them.
yeah.
I might not love them the way that you possibly loved them in the past.
Yeah.
No, I love animals,
There's
but
only one thing, though. But most of these animal rights people put animals on the same level as humans. And my argument is real simple. It's real simple. They can't...
personify the animal.
Well, no, it's not. They can't reason. Animals can't reason. That's the only difference. That is the difference. They cannot reason.
I have to say this.
The problem with people, Anthony, they love animals so much because the dog licks them because they don't lick themselves.
They give you
Start
love.
licking yourself and you won't need an animal.
Get that, people? Lick
Little
yourself,
animals
please.
give you love. I have to say that.
I love that. No, don't get me wrong. I love animals. I respect animals. But they're hard. They're harder than a child. And I don't
They
need
are.
I
They
don't
are.
need an animal's attention to feel.
But they're honest, though.
They're manipulative, man.
Yeah.
They lick you and they know you're going to give them food.
Do animals really love at all?
If you die in front of them,
They might eat you.
if they don't have food, they will eat you eventually.
Yeah, they might eat. Yeah,
But if they take you away, the
but I
next
would
person
want
who
to be
comes
eaten.
in,
I
that's
would
their
want to
next
be
I
eaten
think
by
we
my
just lost
animal.
the liberal contingent
Why not?
watching the show.
Well, no, it's not about. No, don't get me wrong. It's just my view. If you can't take my view, then don't watch it anyway.
You're allowed to love animals, you're absolutely, but you should never put them in front of a human.
But they do.
Now, cruelty is one thing. Somebody's cruel to your animal, I will fucking hurt them. But it's different.
When you read about PETA and what
They take it too far.
They sound like human haters, and that's the
They
problem.
use it to their advantage. They use it for certain other things too.
They're utilizing it.
They go
They're
too far.
utilizing their feelings to become haters.
We can make it real simple. We love animals.
Yes.
People should respect animals. But in order to make this an hour-long podcast, we're going to stretch that out.
And we're going to stretch out the animal, too.
Yeah.
Don't put human characteristics in animals. You can do it for play. You can mess around, but don't do it to the point where you're treating an animal like a human and giving it feelings like a human because it's not a human.
Well, that's the thing. They want to give animals human rights. I want animal rights. I want to be able to shit on your lawn. I want to be able to pee on your car without getting ticketed for it.
People don't want that.
Yeah, I don't really want to. I don't want to wake up and get a giant like man turd on top of my window shield.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's okay for a bird to shit on my window, but I can't shit on your window.
You know what a cat does when it rub against you? Be like, oh, the cat loves me.
Now, people are gonna-
that cat's claiming you. That's what he's doing. It's claiming you.
People are going to think I'm being an asshole, but that's really not being an asshole. That's just the way I perceive it. You're telling me you want human rights, so human rights is saying that curb your dog, don't make them shit in the street then. You know what I mean?
Right.
And if you want them to have human rights, then they have to abide by the same laws as we do.
How do you, especially wrong with PETA and them, what they do a lot is they try to pursue animal rights before they pursue human rights.
Yeah, but John, if I'm
It's
walking
kinda
down
like
the
a weird-
street
I mean,
and
how
I
do you do
decide
that,
to
you know?
shit on somebody's
There you go.
curb or somebody's sidewalk, are you going to come with the little bag and pick it up?
No, I'm going to call the police.
Exactly. Let me tell you something. There's a guy every day, and and like I said,
You curb yourself.
I love animals. I don't want animals around here because they're really a lot of work.
Yeah, the
And
responsibility.
If you're a person who's home all the time and you want to take care of the dog, or you want to take it to a kennel or whatever you need to do to go on vacations or something, I don't want that kind of stuff.
Yeah. You know something though?
There's a guy every day who passes by, and I watch him every single day. He passes by with his dog, and his dog shits across the street, and he never picks it up. And you know what? I actually should go out and tell him, yo, pick it up.
Yeah.
He lives in this area. Pick it up. Clean up after yourself.
Right.
And that's the shit that makes me pissed off about them. They want all these rights for them, but then they want to go and they want them to defecate on your pavement, not pick it up. Or pee on my grass and ruin my grass.
Yeah.
So
It's an interesting topic, though, isn't that? Because people
very interesting.
really adamant about that animal rights thing. They're really so truly in the animals that they trick themselves mentally, or they really is it okay that they truly believe that?
Well, you know, isn't it funny? Don't get me wrong. What Vic did with the dogs and stuff like
Okay.
that was excessive.
Well, that's cruelty. That's a bad
But
example.
wait a
though.
second.
Yeah.
But is boxing cruelty? Human cruelty?
Yeah, but
Is there
Not
wait?
the same thing, Billy.
How wait? No, I'm
they're
just,
training them dogs to kill each other. Boxer, you're not training that boxer to
You're not-
kill
well,
the
how
other
about
person.
this ultimate fighting now?
You train to defeat the opponent. You're not trained to kill the opponent. It's a difference. Trust me. There's a
But
difference.
do you really think that they're killing the dog? They're fighting to the death in those battles?
Dogs don't have a choice.
They don't have a choice.
They don't have a choice. Remember, choice is reason?
Exactly. Here goes my point again. They can't reason.
So
a
it's crueler.
sport.
It's crueler to do that.
No, but what I'm saying is, a dog can't reason.
But naturally, a dog's just not going
Yeah,
to
but
do
the
that.
person's
But the whole
reasoning
point, you're
for the
talking about
dog.
animal rights. You're
No, no,
missing
no.
my point.
The person's
my
reasoning
point is,
for the
if you
dog.
want animal rights to have,
Well, who do you
human
blame? Don't
rights-
you blame the person doing that?
What do you mean?
You got to blame Vic. He's reasoning for the dog.
Listen, don't take me wrong. I think what
What are you
Vic
trying to
did-
say? I'm a little confused.
What Vic did was wrong, but what I'm trying to say is that if you put two dogs in there to fight and you put two humans in there, the difference is we're talking about animal rights. That's my point. The point is a dog can't reason, so it makes it more violent than it really is. A dog cannot reason, right? And you want animal activists.
Well, the humans are forcing that. The
Well,
humans
how
are doing
cruel is
that.
that?
Are they really
Look at that
forcing it?
dog.
Oh yeah, they
They're-
train them dogs. They
they're
breed
putting
them dogs. Oh yeah,
They're putting.
they train them
And
to do that.
again,
Naturally, them dogs
I'm
won't
not
do
doing
that.
it to attack them. I'm
No.
just trying to make a point that you want human rights for a dog. Really, basically, is what they're saying. We want human rights for a dog, but we still want them to act like a dog.
You see, it's an oddity in their argument. You're right. Yeah, it's a little bit.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying that Vic is right for putting animals in there. I'm just saying that we put two humans in there, and they know that.
So they should want
they
animal
know
rights,
that
not human
when
rights
I
for
hit you, when I
animals.
hurt you, and you even see some humans that they'll go over that when they're knocked out, and they still go over and punch, and then they pull back, or
Right.
they need the referee to pull them back, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's adrenaline, though.
Well, doesn't that an animal has
That happens,
adrenaline,
in
but
the
they don't
adrenaline.
have reason,
But they don't have the reasoning.
and they don't have sympathy.
It's like,
All
yeah,
they know is that when they start.
And
looking
you think
at-
man has
they-
sympathy?
What's that?
You think man
Yeah,
has sympathy?
I think the basic concept of man is good. I think that the system makes man bad. I really do.
watch philosophy
I don't
thing.
think
Some
so.
people are that way. Some people think the
I
opposite.
think that if you
It's a
put man in the
It's a
natural
philosophy,
world,
and I'm not saying nothing about that.
Billy,
you know me now.
Put him
My
out in the
problem is
survival in the
always
jungle.
coercion.
one at a time.
no sympathy.
No,
it's the same. He's just an animal, just like the other animal.
Who's that?
Man. So the sympathy is
No,
not
I
going to
don't
be
know.
there.
I can't
Are you
s-
kidding me?
I don't see it.
If you put him in jungle rules, he's going to be just like that animal.
So man's a product of his environment.
yeah.
Man, I mean,
Yeah.
just like the dog, you put him in there and you train him to kill another dog. You put another dog in front of him, and the other dog's trained to kill him too.
Society
You're gonna have a
is
battle.
But I don't
making the
believe that
person
either.
conduct
I don't
themselves
believe you're a
differently.
product of your environment. I believe you're almost like a charlatan in your environment. You're a fake.
Okay.
Because most people will be a chameleon in their environment just to get along. You could go in the worst neighborhoods, right? You have a kid, it could be in a bad white neighborhood, a lower class white neighborhood. And he figures, when I go outside, I better act a little bit like them so I can manage to get through this, even though I don't want to be like this. And then when I reach a point where I could escape this, I'm going to escape it. But in order to live here, because you don't choose your environment as a youngster, right? Your parents choose it for you. Your parents
It's
choose,
just like a dog, though.
no, what I'm
just
saying
like
is
a
your
dog.
parents choose your beliefs, right? Your parents choose everything for you.
Yep.
Everything. But then there's a point in your life where you go, do I really believe in what my parents say? And a lot of times, are we stuck in beliefs because of respect? Or because of our reasoning?
Sure.
But it's just like a dog. You put dogs when you first get in the kennels, they try to act like a chameleon. They blend in, but you train that out of them.
Listen, I don't want you to misunderstand.
Just like the guy in the hood, you train him in to be like a hood.
I don't want you to misunderstand me. People love dogs.
Yeah.
I don't know if they have
Well,
something.
I think what you're saying is that they make one of them give them human rights like a human, but they can't do that, obviously.
No, you can't do that.
But they deserve some sort of animal rights, some sort of
Everybody.
decency.
Everybody, yeah, sure. You
So
should
they're
respect
not.
it.
So they go too far. As we're saying they're right, but they go too far.
But then shouldn't we deserve decency as humans when their dog comes and pisses and shits all over your
I think it's a different issue.
I don't think so.
Sure, cruelty and somebody just being an asshole, not cleaning up after his property.
Well, cruelty is the same in humanity.
Everything in life.
We can't beat up our kids. They don't want us beating up our kids. It's the same difference.
So animals are like humans.
No. You're
I'm just saying.
misconstruing everything I'm
Okay.
saying. The act itself, because we're talking about acts of. We're talking about human rights. Human rights is an act.
Yep.
I'm talking about we don't want people beating up their kids, so we don't want people beating up the animals either. Sure, that's a right. You shouldn't be.
Also, because the animal can't really reason enough to fight back or know what's happening to it.
And that's the reason why they shouldn't have human rights. Because they say animal rights, but they really mean human rights. They really
There's
do.
no difference though. You can't have both. You think?
You could probably put a mix in there, yeah. Sure.
So they just go too far.
I think they go too far.
Okay, what do you think, Ant? What's your issue?
Everything is based on.
I think everybody has a right. I just don't think that
Yeah,
you should
but
be
everything
coerced.
is based on survival and continuance.
See what he says? This is the prime word, survival. Our main objective, every single one of us, human beings, is to survive, right? Nate?
Right, correct, and continuance. So the thing is if you take man and you put him in the jungle, just like you put the animals in the jungle.
Exactly.
Okay, that person's just going to react the same as that animal is.
Exactly.
Okay, and it's going to be survival and continuance, and be a prey, or you're going to be a predator, one or the other.
The problem is with us as humans, it's not a problem. It's actually a benefit for us. If you punch me in the mouth, I have a choice to punch you back. Actually, you're handing me your poison. You're punching me. You're giving me your poison. Now, society out here, if I'm outside and I don't hit you back, I'm going to be called a pussy.
But you have the choice of being a pussy.
I have a choice of being a
That
pussy.
animal,
But
most of
am
the
I
time, is not going to have the
No, what I'm
choice.
saying-
Yeah, but doesn't that work the same way in the animal world? Because let's say you could have an alpha wolf which is attacked by another dominating wolf, and at the same time, that wolf can be submissive because of the aggression, or
I just gave you my answer.
let's say, yeah, but
We're able to reason. You punch me in the mouth, I could reason and say, you know what? I'm going to show him, I'm going to walk away from him, to show him that I am not going to feed into his aggression. Where an animal just will feed into the aggression. Now, if I'm in war, if I'm forced to go to war by government, and I'm not going to keep I'm fighting for my life, it's,
An animal though might like a
put you in a different state.
It does.
especially in a wolf situation, like an alpha wolf, it's attacked, it's going to fight back, and it will literally fight to the death. That's a bad example for now, because the alpha wolf, they literally will kill the alpha. If you want to defeat the alpha, you're not going to defeat him. Let him be. He's going to be guided by you now. You're going to be alpha. He's going to die.
What is that? Man's law
Still
or
different
law
there.
of the fittest?
What's that?
What you just said. Because you have laws of the fittest, and you have laws that are man-made
Yeah,
laws.
but we choose to be the fittest because we have a brain.
I
like-
feel
like I could go- I
I
could
feel
go-
that nature makes more
I could go like
fitness.
this. I could go like this.
No,
what I'm trying to-
nature puts a situation on you to be the fittest. Man deteriorates that. Okay, because we don't follow the laws of the fittest in man, in the structure of mankind.
Well, because we have a brain.
We don't have to. We can get around it.
Well, we have a brain. We reason.
But doesn't that make us weaker?
Does it? We're ruling the world, ain't we?
Not necessarily.
Well, nobody's trying to eat me. Besides you. You want to chop me up and cook me in little pieces.
My whole thing is that's fine if people want that kind of stuff. But when it starts crossing over into coercion, I always have a problem with when people force me to do something. I have a major issue with that kind of shit.
But are we forcing that owner to pick up his dog shit?
What's that?
Are we forcing that owner to pick up his dog shit?
Well, you got to understand something. We have laws. Now, it's a different story. Personally, if we didn't have those laws and I didn't have to abide by it, I could give two shits, no pun intended.
Then we're in jungle rules. We have jungle rules.
Yeah.
There
You
it
don't
is.
like him shit on your lawn, you go shit on his lawn.
Exactly. You know what I mean? But I think that what the problem is, what confusion is with laws, is that we have too many laws. Too many laws is no good.
Right.
You know what we got to do? We got to fix you. We have to flush your toilet. You have to let all the shit out. Here, let it out into the nation. Let it. What do you think?
I came
What
to a
the fuck?
reasoning that
We got to get him. He's got to let all the shit out.
laws are made to make you weaker and to regulate you.
Exactly.
That is it. That's the only reason for laws.
I really came to a conclusion. I am definitely an anarchist.
Yeah.
But do we stop evolving though if we do anarchy?
No, I don't think so. Well, you know what? But what is the evolution, John? I told you today. The only
Rule
thing
of
that
law
changed
has
about
made us-
man,
yeah.
the only thing that changed about man is technology. Man itself hasn't changed.
Without law, do we
all
have
still
technology?
the same problems. We have psychological problems. You know what I mean? We have
Without law,
self-confidence
without law,
problems.
do we have technology?
The laws of nature are: if you make a mistake, you perish.
Are we able to foster technology? We don't have law.
Okay, wait. Listen, material.
Yeah.
Do you believe in materialism?
Sure,
Sure. You're born in the materialistic world.
people can live by it. I mean,
But can we be over materialistic?
sure, you could be under, you know,
Every
but-
day.
Yeah,
You walk
sure.
out your door.
Sure,
And aren't they enslaving us through materialism? We
you
talked
can
about
be.
that
Yeah,
today,
you
too,
can
right?
be. Yeah.
You walk out your door,
They
you're
make
wondering
you feel
about
like
how
you
much
have
material
everything.
you can gather.
No, but they make you feel like you have everything, but you really have nothing because you have no
Nothing.
freedom. And when they make too many laws,
Too many and so it's unjust and people don't agree with
Too many
yes,
and unjust.
That's the
Absolutely.
problem. But if you have just enough to make it just and people live together fine, isn't necessarily a bad
but are
thing.
they really just when they lock your individuality?
Well, if you agree to it and you think that's for the betterment of society, yes. But the problem is the laws they make will not really have any say in it because they're being elected by advertising pretty much,
But that's
not by people.
Democratic system says to 51 people tell 49 people what to do.
That's
So you-
why they have a republic. We're trying to get
you
around that.
lose, Yeah, but we're in a democracy.
Well, we
We're
corrupted
actually
it.
a
That's why it has to be
socialist
destroyed. That's why what we have now sucks. It got corrupted, which
Democracy.
is what Jefferson said. It has to destroy it, rebuild it back up again.
It definitely should be a three-party system, meaning they should have a Republican
Somehow this has to do with animal
Democrat.
rights. Bear with us.
and they should have a
No,
realist.
actually, it ties in. It ties into all that.
I hope so.
Democrat, Republican, and realist. How's that?
But
And they should all be running.
listen, animal rights. Let's go back to animal
What should be and what is are two very different things, unfortunately.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. Democrat and Republican don't work.
So what we say doesn't matter. So how much money you have and how you can influence. That's what it's become.
You know, animal rights to me is like civil rights. Civil rights means special rights. You can't give somebody special rights. There has to be rights.
Equality.
A dog's
Equality.
rights. Equality is just time.
What do you mean?
The only
Explain.
thing equal about people is time, and what you do with the time is completely
Well, how the
unequal.
government treats you, how the rule of the law treats you is equality, though.
But do
That's
you
what
really
you-
think the rule of the law treats everybody equal? I don't.
Well, no, they're trying to. They say they tried to, but nowadays it's all fucked up, of course, which you're going to see. But by the basis of when it first came out, it was supposed to make everybody equal and have the same fair chance. In reality, it's been abused.
I don't know. I see life real simple, because laws aren't for legitimate people. Laws are for people who want to get around things. Laws
It
make
can be
lawful
abused.
people
They can be
unlawful.
abused, but when they first come out, I think there's a reason for it.
Laws make people unlawful.
Law is
It does.
manipulation.
It does. Look at our system right now.
Yeah.
Well, I think there's a law somebody can't say come up and shoot me or murder my family. I think that's a pretty good law.
Listen, yeah, I think there should be 3 laws: don't murder, don't rob, and don't rape.
Is that three too much?
No, I don't think it is.
No? Just those 3?
because I don't really think it is. I think it's simplified. And then when I have a contract, I say, John, I'm going to fix your house. And I write down everything I'm going to do. I'm going to put sheetrock in. I'm going to use these kind of screws, this kind of wood. And guess what? If I don't do that, it doesn't even have to go to court. We shook hands. It's written. It's in writing. Guess what? You have to fulfill that contract as a contractor. And you have to fulfill it to pay me when it's done.
Why?
Why? Because we agreed to it.
What's the consequence, though,
What's the consequence of what?
of him not doing that? You're saying that's the law you want. What's the consequence
What's the consequence of
if
what?
he doesn't answer that law?
Yeah, but consequences should be that if you state a
wanna know
law,
something?
if you state a law and you break that law, you should have the consequences of the law. People don't
Who's
get the
going to enforce them
consequences.
consequences?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Them times the laws are forced on. Then anything you make,
But can't that be corrupted in itself, being abused? Because the person
Not if
enforcing
you agree
that
to it.
law,
I
the
don't
person
believe that.
enforcing that law, is could corrupt that law himself, just like any other law.
listen, we could eliminate all laws, and naturally we'll have consequence. Because the law of nature has consequence, no matter what. It would be like if we have a group of people here.
But could humanity develop the way it did with natural law? Without laws and with the organization?
Wait, natural law? If you took natural law would be totally out of control.
So humankind would not be the way it was if it had natural law and didn't go by
Take, for
organized
instance,
law.
you have a law for stealing, right? Okay, that if you steal something,
Not
you're
answering
going
the
to be put
question.
away for a certain time.
We would have natural electricity.
But
I'll tell you that much.
natural law may be that you come in and I say, I take it upon myself because you stole from me. Well, I'm going to cut your arm off.
Natural law is brutal and it's very honest and very equal.
And then don't steal.
The question is, under natural law, if we had natural law, we didn't have the rule of law like we have now, had no organization,
Right.
and it was basically anarchy. Could we have advanced the way we did today? Could we have the same technologies? Could we have the same love of each other? Will we have organization? Will we have nations?
So you're telling me that we advanced?
You're not answering the question.
Yes, I am. We by what
We
you're
falsely
saying, I'm
advanced.
going ahead of you. By what you're saying that we made advancements.
Sure.
But yet we live in a chaotic state.
We really do.
You drove here, didn't you? You think you would have a car if you lived in natural law?
But look at that car that I drive.
That's a pretty big question.
Look at the car that I drive. Okay, that car that I drive, I pay taxes on it as soon as I buy it. Okay,
But you won't have technology
Hold on
to
a
make
second.
that car.
No, I pay so much. Okay, then after I have to have a.
You won't have
license.
money to buy
I
that
have
car
to have
either.
a license to drive it because it's a privilege. Then
You won't have a license.
not
you won't
only
need any
that,
of
I have to get it inspected, and it's more taxes. So then after those taxes, I have like other taxes that anything that I buy for that car, there's taxes on it. So look at the amount of taxes that I'm paying.
That's not answering the question.
The answer to the question is, am I being persecuted by the law that they make?
I'm saying, would you be able to, the way the world is today and how it evolved, how all technology came about, all the advances we had, all the way society kind of went from being, I'm going to stab you and you stab me, up to today. No, we live in our tyranny, we live in fucked up laws, and we all know that. There's fucked up shit like that, But what I'm saying is that under natural law and just anarchy, could we evolve the same way?
We would probably be better off.
You
I'll
would.
tell you why.
Yeah.
You agree?
Just imagine.
I think we'll be better off
Just
with the
ima-
other way.
You think we would have cars and we would have
Yeah,
technology,
because,
we would
like-
have science, we would have all that? Because I don't think that would have developed.
You would still have people that have intellect.
Because laws make all that possible. Sadly.
You mean that laws are making technology possible?
Supported, yes.
Yeah, but is the technology being supported?
Technology dumbs
Is it
people
being
down.
supported to my advancement?
Technology actually
is it,
dumbs people
how
down.
is it that in technology that in 1980, let's say when we had the height of the computer age, okay?
We wouldn't have computers when that shit.
No, we had the height of the computer age in the 1980s, okay? And a person that, let's say a normal, regular person was making, say, $20,000 a year, okay? And today, that same person, look, we still have them working in Dunkin' Donuts, the average person, or they're still like Walmart people, okay? And they're still making, let's say, $20,000, $25,000 a year, okay? At the same time, though, you had a CEO in that time was making maybe $400,000 a year. Now they're making like $60 million a year.
And if you went back to natural law, there would be
the law made for them, or was it made for me?
Not answering the
Did the
question.
height of the technology?
Not answering the question.
Did the technology make it better for me, or did it make it better for the upper echelon?
I'm saying if you had natural law, you wouldn't have technology. There'll be
But
slaves.
who
We'll be working
but
land
you
for
gotta
free
understand, though,
under threat of
who
death.
does technology make it better
The problem
for?
is there's no clear
Who's it
cut
better
answer.
for?
No, but I kind of lean toward one side, I would think.
There's no clear cut answer.
You'd be working a field under threat of death, just like they were back in the Dark Ages.
Listen,
Be very brutal, very down to earth.
If-
Whoever has the bigger stick rules.
if we advanced so much, why do we have?
I'm not saying there's falsities in society. We're not
why
really
do
that
we have
advanced.
kids?
Obviously, that's
why
true.
do we have kids who are less intelligent today? They can't read. They can't write. They don't know how to balance a checkbook. They're on drugs. They're homeless.
The school system's failing.
Technology.
And the technology's so advanced
No.
that we can't keep up with it.
And under natural law and anarchy, it'll be better. No. That's the
Look,
problem.
But
all
natural
they
law really
I
isn't
think
anarchy.
They
Anarchy
did
is-
manipulation in that. Look, they did manipulation in the computer. They have a computer that you can go on that computer.
sidestepping
and every
the issue.
6
I don't know
months,
what you're talking
every
about,
6
but
months
okay.
they would make that. Now it came almost to a standstill. But the computer would go 6 months, and then after that, oh, look at this. We're going to have a 275, then a 500, then a gigabyte or whatever it was, right? And then it would advance more and more and more.
Without
And all they
anarchy
were
and
doing-
natural law, you wouldn't
now
have
they
this.
now they work on this. Yeah, but is this for you, for your advancement?
Do you really
or is
think
it, let's say, to
It's a
ruin you?
tool. You decide whether it advance you.
It is a tool.
And natural law and
But I
anarchy
pick
would
it
never
up
give you
like
that tool.
say, like I said, it is me.
Without natural law and organization and anarchy, that wouldn't exist. With
So
all
if I
that.
throw this away,
Bing.
okay, I don't talk on this microphone.
Yes.
Right? I don't make contacts with the outside world.
You go live in the jungle or live in the
I go
woods.
live in
Okay.
the jungle, or I go live in some island. Okay, do you feel that I could live better, or would I live better being here?
Well, see, that's
And
up to
being-
you. You might like that. You prefer it. Your freedom says that. You go and you do that. That's okay. Now, if you would have raised a society out in the woods and never knew anything about technology, and they were basically being tribal and fighting amongst themselves and lived about 7 or 8 generations after, would they be like you? No, they'll be very brutal. They wouldn't have a clue to how to relate to people like we do.
Right.
They wouldn't know how to really reason probably as well as we do.
Well,
They wouldn't know anything about technology.
Population won't be as big as it is too either.
Yeah.
Of course, there'll be murder, obviously, yeah.
Well, not murder. You would through attrition, people.
Sure.
But
No,
because,
medicine will hurt people.
because the
Yeah,
strong
you
will
wouldn't-
survive. The people who know how to farm, the people who know.
You wouldn't have cures for diseases that saved lives.
I'd be a hunter-gatherer.
You wouldn't have research that saved lives.
Do you really think that people are living better lives, John, today just because of medicine that keeps them alive 10, 15 years longer? Under
Define better.
Not
Yeah, so that's the
quality,
thing.
Not the quality. There are people. Look at cancer patients. Oh, they'll keep them alive 5, 10 years in pain.
But you would
Under
rather
pain
be
management.
you would rather be living like just night into day, barely surviving, worried about who's going to kill you the next day and that. I mean,
But I think you're underestimating mankind. You're looking at mankind in that.
I'm looking through history.
Wait, you're looking at mankind.
That's history.
Yeah, but do you really think history? I don't think it was any more. I think today's more brutal than the history was.
Yeah, when you work
More
with-
efficient at killing, but brutal as far as
Johnny, you don't walk away
a
from
way
your
of
house that
life.
much. How about if you walk into a different location, a different locale at night? Let's say different areas of the city.
You think it's any different?
You think it's any different?
Of what?
That-
What the hell are you talking about?
Because you don't go out.
And that's with what we're talking about.
You say, well, I'm just saying though.
I don't know
you
what you're
feel
talking
safe. You have a safe haven. Your house is a safe haven. You go there, you go to work, you come back. But how about if you want to, let's say, venture out? Okay, don't you think that you would feel the same way as if there was no restrictions and let's say there was no laws? You walk out into the jungle.
No, that's
there.
probably what that proves my point pretty much. But okay. Thank you.
Prove your-
That proves my point. That technology and laws make you feel safe. You're going to feel better. You might try to do something different with your life instead of just looking around and trying to worry about who's going to kill you next.
I think fear always.
It's a hard argument. I could be wrong, but I think it makes sense what I'm saying. I could be wrong.
Walls of fear is
My argument's holding up.
fear-monger, too. It actually prevents people from trying.
It can be. It can be. I think nowadays it's being pushed in that direction.
Let's put it this way: there's no perfect system. I don't think
Nothing's
But I don't
perfect. It's
think-
more perfect. You try to make it more perfect.
No, we try to work our way to perfect. But what is perfect? There is no.
There's no perfect.
There
It's
is
more
no-
perfect. That's why you never have a perfect
The
society.
problem with people is people don't believe in perfect, so they don't go to it. But I think that you have to always try to walk.
Pursue it. You got to pursue it.
Well, how about if you're walking your dog though? Don't you feel safer?
Life,
Walking
liberty,
your
and the
dog?
pursuit
So
of
I feel
happiness.
that my animal here is protecting me.
But the problem today is that there isn't that. That saying is gone.
And that's what's wrong with society.
when you try to pursue happiness, some law steps in and says you're making too much money, and I want some of it.
That's what's wrong. They're using the law against you. It went too
I think
far. It's
everybody
going back
wants
the other
something,
direction.
don't they?
Well, and that's what happens. Everything cycles out.
Maybe it has to
So-
go back to anarchy to reset itself. Maybe. That's an argument. That's an argument.
How I look at it is we live in a big giant storm, and you know what I look for, John?
A little bit of-
Happiness in the pocket with friends that I like. Like John Lennon said, when I asked my mother what was life about, she said, to be happy.
And having
he
a
went to
choice.
school, and his teacher said, the assignment is, what is life about? And he wrote down happy, and his teacher said, you don't understand the assignment. He said, you don't understand life.
Right? Because I
You
want
know what I
to.
mean? Because we make things complicated. But happy could be in the mundane.
That's right. I want
If
to.
you're happy with anarchy, you have the right and freedom.
I
to go
want to
be-
have the
to go
choice of
live in
doing
the
what I
woods.
want to do.
But this point is really with the animal activist stuff.
Let's get back to animals.
Yeah.
No, it really does have a lot to do.
I know,
with
so let's
animals
move
because
back,
The
though.
fact of the matter, it is about law, and when you get laws that supersede human rights, I have an issue with that,
Sure, absolutely.
and that's where it's going to. So you have to draw a line in places.
It's like them fucking bikers on the street. They try to act like they have rights like cars. Same thing. Fuck them.
Oh,
Say it here.
So what's going to happen?
Fuck the bicycle riders. Fuck them. The yuppies.
Hey,
Fuck the yuppies. Oh, fuck the yuppies.
Hey, that's for the next one.
All right, what were we talking about?
Well, that's the truth. Them motherfuckers don't give.
The fucking driving the bus has to stop because the mullet it misses the light and they keep driving
Driving
by.
by
And
it.
little fucking skinny jeans and
they
the
feel they
tight
have a
shirt and the
right.
shitty
But they're
backpack and the
using-
fucked up
They're
hat.
using the law, though. They're using the law, though. They are.
Yeah, you're right. They're fucking with our streets, moving the law. I can't park in my shit, but they gotta have their own fucking lane.
Yeah,
We can't double park. Gonna block the bicycle lane. Ding ding.
Yeah.
They're riding in the little fucking bike
And we're paying
stop.
insurance. We're paying for parking spots.
I went at the bus stop. I want to stick on my leg and kick one of them.
Cocksuckers.
Go back on the fucking sidewalk. Go in the street. Take your chances. Take up a lane. Go ahead. But don't act like you need your own special
They're
lane.
not liberals. They're fascists.
Fascists. They're assholes. What they are. And what's with the skinny jeans? What is that? I know I'm
supposed to
fat.
say that
I'm not
for-
gonna wear that. But what's skinny jeans? What is
I'd love to
that?
see you in that.
Skinny
That would be
jeans and
great.
Converse
My ball
sneakers.
just winked at me.
No, they have the Converse sneakers, the red sneakers.
With a
Tom-
fucking
and the
green,
Toms,
with a
the
green hat
Toms.
and a hat that's awful, but so they kind of look.
No,
cool.
they all wear the Toms. Tom sneakers.
Okay, we'll save that for the next topic.
Yeah.
Let's go back down. Let's go into hunting. Talk about hunting. What was your problem with hunting? We're gonna go into hunting here.
Well, hunting. Okay.
I
How's
think
it
first
unfair?
of all, let's look at hunting. Hunting, they look at hunters as the wrong thing because hunters were the best conservationists.
Absolutely.
Hunters only took what they needed to survive.
Sure.
Right.
Go into hunting. Go tell them what your problem.
But my problem with hunting is that
Would you rather have the animal starve?
Those guys are good.
let's put it like this. I've been a hunter all my life. I enjoy hunting. I think that anything that I actually ever wanted to kill or anything, I ate it. I did want to eat the animal. That's the whole thing about hunting too. To me, it is my opinion. My opinion also, if a hunter goes out there and he's actually a hunter, he goes out, he tries to look the area over, look for tracks, look for evidences of what could be there, and he's looking for the animal. Today, though, all the technology has come out. They got cameras. They got scent. They have, Jesus, God. What are they going to use
Technology
next?
advantage.
Yeah, but
More efficient.
What,
More efficient.
More efficient, correct. But what kind of...
It's not hunting anymore, is it?
No, it's not
No, it's
hunting.
not, it really
It's a zoo.
It really
So the
is.
thing is just like, what kind of chance does that animal really have? You put a camera up the trail. Oh, there he goes. Let's go get him. That's not.
It's hunting. The reality series is what it is.
It's not hunting anymore.
No, now we took
Yeah.
a passive approach. We put a
Right.
camera to
Okay,
do. what
you
we
wanna-
used to do,
you
scout.
wanna- you wanna
We
wear
take our time to
camouflage?
scout. Years ago, we would
Fine.
take weekends out and go scout. Let's go scout.
Let's go
and
scout.
See where they're
It's the
running.
equivalent of the internet and reading, like scanning someone's page instead of reading a book. The equivalent, which you're not using them skills. It's easy, you can get the information, but you're not learning how to get there and what we actually have to go through to get it. I think that hurts the brain.
Even like when I was a kid, we used to go out.
It does.
We used to go deer hunting. You remember this, Billy? We used to go deer hunting, and at the time, like when we used to go up to the camp or go to the farm, we would go out that night and we go spotting.
John's depressed.
And spotting where you go spot for deer. So you would want to go see at nighttime with a spotlight to see where the deer were, let's say, at, basically.
Yeah.
What field, if you've seen a big buck. But even that shouldn't have been allowed.
Could you imagine if this motherfucker jumped off the
Imagine
Walnut Bridge and
spotting
hung
him.
himself?
No, but could we
He would
spot
break
him
the
with a
fucking
blade?
bridge. The bridge just got destroyed.
Yeah. So the thing was, those were the means before that you went out and looked for deer. Or you went, and you went scouting. That's exactly what we did. We looked for signs of trails. We looked for footprints.
We did. That's true. That was interesting.
And that was interesting. We used to put drives on. Today,
Well, it actually taught us how to think too.
Yeah.
It really taught us about the world.
but not only that,
It taught us how to survive and
it
it-
gave the animal a chance though,
Yeah.
because that was his habitat. We took his habitat, and it doesn't have a habitat
What's wrong?
anymore. The technology, the scientific technology,
Especially
just
what time it is.
yeah. But
I don't know what
we
time
took
we started.
everything away from the animal.
I think it was 10 after.
Took every.
It was 10 after.
Oh wait a minute, someone's calling.
Let's put them on. Who is it?
Are you serious? You take a phone call again?
Who is it?
Might
They
be
said
what's
they want to come on.
Nah.
Who is it?
Might be what's his name?
Let's ask if they want to come on the podcast. Get Debbie on for animal. Ask her to talk about animal activism.
We should have
Get
brought him.
Jerry on.
No.
Ask him to talk about animal rights. Get him on.
This is the weekly Jerry segment.
Get him on.
the answers.
Listen, there is no one right answer for anything.
Yeah,
But
I just, really it's animal cruelty right now.
what's animal cruelty?
Like the way that we address the hunt.
Can I ask you a good question?
Yes, go
Is
ahead.
it animal cruelty and maybe against nature to be hunting with anything such as a rifle?
Well,
To an extent, it's the same thing
Yeah,
as
to
having
an
a camera.
extent,
It's
yeah.
a weird thing, but yeah.
yeah. But at least, the degree, though. Like, we don't want to give them a chance at all.
Shouldn't you go in the woods nothing but a spear that you made by yourself by whittling a stick? That's hunting.
That's hunting.
Yeah.
Well, what do you call killing and
Spear,
murdering?
natural spear.
What's the
Making-
difference between killing and murdering?
Well, murder
We kill to
is
survive.
murder is, I guess, is kill just to. There's a definition. I don't know exactly what it is, but there's a slight difference of wording, but
Jerry,
semantics after a while.
can you hear me, Jerry? Listen, Jerry, you there? Listen. All right, you're with your people right now? Where you at right now?
This is riveting. I know.
This is
Who, Mike?
phenomenal.
Mike, who's Mike?
Far into the microphone.
Oh, it's Wood here.
Far into the
Where
microphone
at?
again.
Oh, they stink today.
Ah.
Awful.
Where
Billy's
at?
got a gas problem for you don't know out there. It's like
Intestinal problems, really.
he melted a few
Where
chairs
at?
earlier.
Where
The
at?
place they actually melted.
Horrible.
Yeah.
The ballpark. Well, no, we wanted to talk about animal rights. What do you know about? You're a duck. We know that you're a duck. What do you think? Yeah, but you're a duck.
All right. Enough of Jerry. Put him away. He's not talkative
He's
today.
retarded. Why you invite retards here? He's a retard.
He's retarded.
What are you gonna do?
Come on, you're talking about killing animals. Go ahead.
So,
Well, how many deer did you kill in your lifetime?
I don't know. I don't want to kill no animals. I just
Tell him before you rather kill a person than kill an animal.
Well, you got to understand. That animal's not doing nothing to me.
Yeah.
It's the beauty of nature.
Unless he's food, right? Unless he's food.
Yeah, unless he's food, unless I really need food, and then I have to do it. It's something you have to do it. But
Remember, animals in the wild, they don't kill for pleasure. They kill because they have to. It's the majority of them. We're the only animal that really kills just to, I'm going to kill you for fun.
right.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
How about the praying mantis? Does she kill for fun?
No, she goes because she's horny. She wants that cock.
Do you actually believe she bites his head off because he pumps faster? Is that amazing?
Yeah.
Who discovered that? You motherfucker. Ah!
I wish I could go
Oh, wait,
around
keep
biting-
moving. Keep going. Keep
I wish I
going.
could go around fucking biting women's heads off so they can pump harder on me.
Oh man.
Isn't that funny about the
That's
praying
amazing.
mantis? So they get pregnant,
Nature's a motherfucker.
they get rid of the guy, and they get the best sex ever.
How about the black widow? That does the same thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of them that do that stuff.
But look how cruel animal, the black gulls, what they do, they wait up in their nest, and they wait for the other gull to go down and get to feed the babies, and then they go eat the babies.
And even
and feed
tigers
the
eat
babies to the-
tigers eat their young
Yeah,
on
sure,
occasion.
yeah, it's horrible.
Bears will eat the cubs.
Bears sometimes do that.
Bears hungry who eat cubs.
Isn't that something?
Well, nature's a motherfucker. How did we get from that? Will we eat a baby because we're hungry?
Well,
True anarchy that says might happen, but I can't see myself doing that. I'd rather die. Would you rather die? I mean, if you were hungry enough, would you do it? It's a fucked up question, but it's there. I don't know.
I don't know. All I know is I want an animal right.
You want
I
an
wanna be
animal?
able to
I want to be able
pump
to.
on people.
I want to shit on people's
When I
lawns.
walk down the street, I want to be able to pump on people.
I want to shit on people's lawns. Just walk into the fucking street.
I would love to do
get
that.
Get my
What is
toilet
it?
paper out of my bag.
No, you know what I love to do? Walk up and shit on it, and they go, "It's a new lawn now."
I'll pick it up. I got a bag. I'll pick it up. It's
What the
okay.
fuck is that?
Oh,
Oh, wait. Well, before you shoot me, it's a
wanna-
new law.
I want to piss on your door.
What do you mean? That's good. This is the newspaper. Go read it right now. I got to finish shit right now. Wait a second. I'm not allowed to leave the toilet paper on the lawn.
I'm not ringing the doorbell if I'm peeing on your door.
Why is he
I
peeing on
remember
a
we
pole?
were kids. We would put shit and dog shit in a bag, brown bag.
Light on fire?
Light on fire. They would come out and stab on the shit would go over to people's feet. That was how bad is that? How
That's
awful is
fucking
that?
nasty.
Oh, God.
That's the peanut butter and the lock
But we
thing.
thought that was
Ah.
fun. That was just
Yeah.
cruelty, really.
Oh yeah.
What a moron. My mother didn't teach me that either.
You know, the last
See,
time-
technology fucked me up. I learned that from technology, from television.
I want to be a cat. Just fucking lie down all day. People take care of your shit. You do nothing. You get fed on time.
Jerry, the retard.
All right, get him on. Get the retard on. Hold on.
I think I'm say something fucked up.
Tell me.
Hey, Duck.
Don't denigrate him. Let him fucking talk so we can get.
Yeah, but what's the address?
Huh?
What's the address? The address. Where you at?
No, here's the South Park. Okay, now listen. If you came down 10th Street, right?
Your directions.
From your way, come down Patterson Avenue, right?
Yeah.
And right where Citizen Bank, Citizen Bank.
This is real,
Line,
folks.
Yeah.
Right there. That's where the McFadden is. But before you get the Citizen Bank Parkway in Patterson Avenue, you can park in the lot right there. Okay, there's a lot. Take a left in the lot.
Jerry, can you repeat that again, please? We didn't hear you.
What's the event? What are you having over there? What's going on over there?
Where is it? Italian American fundraiser. Okay?
Italian American fundraiser?
Italian Americans, they really sponsor charity. You don't know about that, right?
Ask him what he thinks about animal rights.
Okay, listen. We had to ask you a question. What do you think about animal rights, Jerry? Since you're a duck.
What I think about them?
Yeah.
Well, I don't think the Chinese should eat dogs and cats.
All right. Okay. You think there's no more dogs and cats on the street because the Chinese ate them?
Jerry, we hear you like eating out young boys. Is that true?
You know, remember when we used to see kids? We used to see dogs on the street and cats on the street. Remember all the stray dogs used to be running around?
My father said they ate in Korea. That's all they ate with
And
dogs.
it's not the SPCA taking them, right?
Probably good. Probably tastes good. You might.
Mel Gibson said it in Patriot. He goes, "Dog is good."
All right. Okay, Jerry. All right. Bye.
They say it's sweet.
Probably.
Dog good. Wait, didn't you when you were in Vietnam?
No, I didn't eat no dog.
Did you eat rat?
Did I eat rat? I tasted something like a rat. Yeah.
What was it?
I don't know what the. Looked like a rat, like a gopher.
Did you eat any pussies?
Nah.
No. Ooh.
You don't eat that.
Yo, when Colt Anderson, the Eagle safety, comes in Dunkin' Donuts tomorrow, he's going to introduce himself to you. He goes, "That guy looks interesting with the fatigues on."
You probably scared the shit out of him with that. He probably thinks he's a mobster.
I went, "He's a nut."
Yeah, he probably thinks you're a mobster.
I said, "He kills people."
Oh, man. He's not going to introduce himself now.
No, he will. No, he looked at me like, he goes, "This is a young kid, you know." He's like your age, I think, 28.
Oh, yeah, he's younger,
You
probably.
look like him?
He's,
Well, my great physique, I can't expect an Eagles player to have such great conditioning like me.
the funny
and
thing
a
about it,
giant
he's
penis.
as big as I am.
Oh, he's fit, though. He's fit
Big
like a
as I am.
motherfucker. Yeah, he's fit.
As big as we are.
Yeah.
He's fit, though.
Yeah, he's built.
Yeah.
He took his shirt off and he's ripped. Dude's ripped.
Tell me, we just saw Chip Kelly run around the block.
Yeah.
That was pretty neat.
Where'd you meet him at?
He introduced himself to me. You know what he actually said to
Where's
me?
he live at? Where's
He
he live
actually,
at?
this is, I swear, it's his exact words. I went to go grab my next door neighbor, Bob's.
Where does he live at?
2 doors. I told you, 2 doors. He's from Montana.
He's from Montana?
Yeah.
Oh, I want to meet him.
Yeah. He says he wants to meet.
I love Montana.
Wait,
Okay.
I'm getting to the
Get back
story.
to animal rights. Go ahead.
Anyway, I pick up the cycle, the recyclables, and I go to carry it back up, and he says, "Hey," he says, "Oh, that's mine." I said, "Oh," he goes, "I see you in Dunkin' Donuts with the big guy, the guy with the
You saw me too?
yeah, us three. He saw us in Dunkin' Donuts."
That's
See
funny.
with him?
And you
Big
know
guy?
what? And then once he said it, I went, "Now I know," because he has a ponytail, and I was like, we always recognize people who come in who don't
Might
look
have.
like they're from here.
Yeah.
You know? And I was like, "Dude, I vaguely remember, seeing
Mm-hmm.
it." But he said next time he comes in, he wants to get introduced. So.
Cool.
Well, I'll introduce him to the wise man. And ask him if he wants to come on our podcast, talk about one of the Eagles. I'm going to ask him.
We got to ask him to talk about like a crazy subject. No, that's because you can't talk about the Eagles really, but you can talk about some of this crazy subject.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah.
That'd be a guest star right there. A guest star.
Do any of the Eagles take drugs?
Is there a gay eagle?
Yo, you think I'll smack the microphone over and walk out?
Nah.
Anyway, come on, Ian. Get back to killing animals.
Well, killing the animal. Yeah.
How many did you have to go up to and cut their throat when they were dying?
How many did you do that to?
No, I never did that, to be honest with you.
Yeah, and
I shot them.
now
It's
since
horrible.
you bring that up,
It's horrible. I think it's horrible. to be
since you
honest
bring
with
that up,
Yeah.
let me put
I actually I never
in
did
19, I can't remember.
I never ever
it was
did
in. It was in the 90s. It was in the
that.
90s.
I could never do that.
I shot a doe, all right, and
They
it
start
was
screaming.
running across the field,
They
clear
start screaming. It's
opening.
horrible.
And when I shot it, I broke its back because it was running.
And they scream.
I have a running shot. So I broke its back and it just fell down and it was like trying to move its front legs because its back legs were
Then it starts
paralyzed.
going,
And it was on the ground
that's what it does.
and it was going, bah, bah,
horrible.
you know.
Stabbing
And
the
it was
heart, maybe,
yelling.
or
No,
it's
it was
hard?
yelling.
Go out, I shoot
So
right
when
in
I
the
ran up to it, I just looked at it, and she looked up at me.
with
She
them
looked
eyes.
at me. That's the last time I
horrible.
shot a doe. Last time I
It's
shot
horrible.
a
It
doe.
really is.
Looked up
That's
at
why you want
me
a clean
and
shot.
saying,
You want a clean shot to kill her.
She was going, like, why did I do that to her, right? And I had to like cut its throat to put her out of her misery.
it's horrible.
And it was horrible. It really was hard. I don't doe hunt. I don't shoot no does.
I mean, I haven't shot a doe in years
no,
and years and years.
no.
Killed Bambi's mom,
I
man.
really didn't need the deer meat, and I said to myself,
Well, and that was the thing. We really
Yeah.
hunted for tradition.
yeah, which is
For,
traditional
for
thing.
camaraderie and getting together. with
Right
your
now,
uncles
I'd rather eat a roadkill. If I see a dead deer on the road, I want to pick up the dead deer and let me eat the roadkill.
As a matter of fact, anymore we usually donate
Yeah.
the meat to the poor. I don't even. Hopefully, it goes there. You know, you just give it to the butcher. You pay whatever it is, $75. They butcher it and they send it off to them. But
The bigger the animal, the more I have feelings for it, and I don't like to run on feelings.
You personify it in a way.
Yeah,
To an extent.
and the thing is, because if you're hunting a rabbit, or you're shooting a little, you say, a little stinking rabbit.
I love the Last of the Mohicans, and maybe you should look into that for
beginning
this,
scene.
for this beginning scene when he kills it, and he says he
He praises.
blesses the
He
animal.
blesses the
elk.
animal. He thanks
Oh,
it.
you remember
He
that
might
scene?
bless it in different language.
Yeah,
I sense doubling in little words.
yeah,
Talking about how the three wise men killed his deer, them motherfuckers, and I'm gonna fuck all them up.
yeah. That, I was thinking about that. That would be a great prelude.
Nah, I'm not
to
gonna
it.
do that. I'm not gonna do
No,
that.
it would be a great prelude to this.
It's a prelude to the We'll see.
No, because but he is. It's like because he
Well,
killed
why don't
it.
we get you killing the Cape Buffalo? And then you go up and you praise. Huh?
And they have me kill me like a little spider. I go up and praise the spider.
We really shouldn't decimate our species, any species.
Yeah,
really. We really should.
Now,
Mother
why don't
Earth
you
is
go up
here.
and shoot elephants with a 50 caliber
Yeah,
shotgun,
that's-
and the elephant's over there trying to kick the dirt. Get out of here! Leave me
Yeah.
alone. Right?
It's monetary
Next thing
though.
you know, yeah,
That's all monetary. That's
That's money.
Money.
yeah, it's
It is.
monetary.
You ever see how brutal that looks when
Yeah.
they cut the fucking thing before the elephant dies?
Yeah.
They're cutting the fucking tusks off, sitting there trunkless. That's the most horrible thing you
That
can
is
see.
horrible. So
It's all about money, right?
it's all about money.
what?
Everything's about money.
So blame humanity for the technology of money, John.
That's a byproduct. It says it hurts us. It makes us advance. We got where we are, but it's hurting us at the same
you
time.
know why I like that guy Trev Barter? I gotta tell you, Trev Barter was like, he was a hunter. He did it the old-fashioned way. He used to use the old bow and arrow.
He earned it.
Yeah.
No one of the greatest hunters was. They always respected the animals, and he always hunted all the time and never killed. Elmer Fudd. Never once got that Bugs Bunny. Fucking Bugs Bunny fucked him up on occasion, stole his clothes,
Yeah.
made him shoot himself. Never shot the bunny. He's a humanitarian. That he should be the Peter's mascot.
But you
Elmer
go
Fudd.
back to people like Fred Bear, the guy Trev Barter. Trev Barter was not that long ago. I believe he got in something happened to him.
Do you think it's humanitarian writing laws
became
that
handicapped.
weaken the strong and enhance the weak?
If they
You
think
think that that's right?
they think that it somehow advances society, if it can,
I think
that's what they think.
pulls society down. Listen, I know that as a coach, I could take the best team and go play a team that's bad, and we'll play down to that team.
But what they're saying is that lower person, if he's vital for the whole society moving forward, how do you just leave him behind? Because you're hurting yourself. That's what the argument will be.
Well, the greater good for the greater number of people, dude.
But if keeping them up and building them up helps you in the long run, helps everybody, that's the argument they're going to use.
I don't know.
And that's where
It's all
we're
about
saying.
monetary. You're only a number, brother.
You are only
If
a
you
number.
perform, you get the money. If you
I'm
don't
a big
perform,
number,
you're out.
baby. I'm a big number.
There it is.
My motto is change the world one person at a time. Change yourself.
Random acts of kindness,
That's
a little
it.
bit here and there.
Absolutely. Pay it
what it-
forward. That movie, Pay It Forward, was the best. It really was. It is the answer. You can't change things by animal activist rights and trying to force people to accept that. You can't do it. Do it one person at a time. Show that you love the dog and you'll pass it on. But show people that you want to force them to love a dog, and they're going to hate a dog. That's how I look at it. When you force me to do something, it's amazing how you act in the reverse.
Same thing like a woman. If you
Just
try to
fart.
force her- If you try to force her into sex, you know.
I like when they go, no,
You gotta make it. You gotta make it.
no,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
You gotta make it their idea. You gotta make it their idea.
But you got to understand though, it's got to be good. You know what I mean?
No.
Do you want it? Do you want it? Do you want it? When she says yeah, well, you asked for it.
I'm going to say, no, yeah, that way, yeah, no.
Use me.
Why don't we admit to those kind of things?
Yeah, I know.
Why don't we admit to it?
How many people you think feel guilty about that and act crazy?
Well,
because they have
George Carlin made a great point, a very good point, dude. Late great George Carlin. His audience was, he had something really bad about his audience about somebody. It might have been like racial, kind of like hinges, but he said it really bad. And the audience went boo, kind of boo for a second, and kind of laughed. And he kind of looked and goes, "What the fuck you booing about? Half of you are going to go down on each other tonight. Don't make anything I said disgusting."
Disgusting, yeah.
It's true though, in a way, is it not?
Yeah.
It's true. Like, get a bunch of like, I know what you're doing tonight. Don't act like I'm disgusting. You're gonna fucking eat pussy tonight. What are you gonna? She's gonna swallow cum. You're gonna eat pussy. You're fucking her in the ass, but you're gonna make like I'm saying doing something bad.
By saying it.
It's true though. It's fucking true. You're not denying that.
Sanity is facing your insanity. It really is.
It's true. It's 100% true. I don't know. People are
we
repressed.
talk about,
People
like,
are repressed.
Like he talks about pumping on dogs and stuff like that. How many people really think of that but don't say it?
I never really thought of doing it. And I had 5 dogs. I never like went. You know what? That would look good. I'm gonna just stick my finger in that.
You were a kid and you just didn't know any better.
No, not John. I'm not saying that. There are people who don't. But how many people do and don't say, would never say it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, they're ashamed. A lot of people are ashamed.
Exactly. And what do they do?
At what age?
They manipulate themselves
At what
somehow.
age?
It's possible.
What age are you talking about?
I don't know.
I mean, if you're like 12
young.
years old and you're walking around with a hard one all the time, and you say, "Look, I want to fuck that dog."
No, what I'm saying.
I'm not going to say too
I'm
much
just
because
being in general.
you're just looking for a piece of ass.
No matter how nice you are, if somebody does something really bad to you and you go, "I'm going to kill that motherfucker," how many people really admit that they want to kill somebody?
Yeah.
There are people who go, "I would never kill anybody," but did it ever pass your mind? No, it never
sure.
passed my mind. You're
Listen,
fucking
mate,
lying.
I'll put this point. Like, we might have thought like sometime in our life of everybody says you never hit a woman. I've never hit a woman no matter what happens because hitting a woman's wrong.
You never know what you're going
But
to do.
when somebody hits a woman and say, "I don't understand why he did that," or "That motherfucker's horrible," no, I know exactly why he did it. I'm just saying he shouldn't have done it, but I know why he hit her.
Listen,
you
I
don't
love
make the
my-
joke. No, you know what happened that led to
Listen,
that.
I love
you know?
my kids
You never
with my
do it,
heart.
but you understand it.
But there were times when they were babies screaming in the middle of the night and how they got bullied.
Oh, you want to
throw them
slap
out
the shit out
fucking
of them?
window.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, I'm fucking honest. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
Motherfucker won't
Absolutely.
shut up.
But no, what I'm saying is I can understand where a crazy person who doesn't have that
Sense of-
fortitude,
fortitude
that I had not to do it.
Yeah.
You know?
It's true. They don't have
People that
that
die.
restraint. They don't have the restraint. Their mind's not
They
there.
don't.
But let's close it up.
Yeah.
I'll lead off with a little final word. I
Let
thought my whole
Anthony go last this time.
yes, I own dogs. I had 5 Newfies, a giant 200-pound plus dogs, and we named them all after our relatives. Every dog had a relative's name, and it was kind of like personified in a way, and we all had their personality. But when they got to a certain age and one had cancer, we put him to sleep. When the other one had sick, we put him to sleep. I didn't try to prolong that dog's life by putting it through 10 fucking cancer surgeries and going broke on the issue.
Yeah.
What the fuck is wrong with people that do that? What are you thinking? You're personifying that dog. That dog doesn't know it's sick.
No.
It's going to die. It's a way of life. It's going to be shitty. It's going to get more health problems. You can't walk the right way most of the time. And the whole system breaks down. They're going to get cancer. They ain't going to digest their food. What the fuck are you doing? You're helping yourself more than that dog.
It's true.
People, your dog gets sick and it's older, past the age of 11 or 12, and it gave you a bunch of good years. Put the fucking thing down. That's all I got to say.
Yeah. Me, after I had 2 dogs, I had one that got run over by a car, and I had another one that died of cancer, and she was my favorite, Collie. She was a beautiful dog. She had cancer, and I'll never forget looking into her eyes. I can remember till this day, looking into her eyes, and she had that little bucket around so she wouldn't eat the incisions. And I looked, and I said to myself, I'll never, ever put myself through this again. To watch her go through the pain that she was going through with cancer. It was horrible. And that was the last time I ever had a dog. And listen, I'm not against animals. I love animals. but I don't want to put myself through that pain because just the pain of living is hard enough, and I just don't think that animal rights should be forced on anybody. I don't think it should be. They have rights, but when you start writing laws, they just write more and more laws, and then it just infringes on humanity.
But to be,
I'll leave it at that.
but to be fair, that dog's the piss on the ground a lot, so it deserved to have cancer.
Yeah.
Anthony, your last word?
Me the same way. I had a Siberian Husky, and I really never had a dog as a kid. But my kids got a dog, and actually after the first year, that dog became my dog.
That happens all the time.
But
Ask
they
my
didn't take
dad.
care
My
of
dog's
it.
playing his dogs.
So here I
That's
am.
why I never wanted to have a dog.
It's true.
I really didn't want to have a dog because I didn't want to be tied
So I
down
knew
with
what
an
would happen.
animal.
I would get hurt again.
Well, you got to understand. I was tied down with an animal now, but I'm an animal myself. So the thing is, I had a show, but that dog showed me so much love as far as she always came up to me. She wanted to be petted. She wanted to be hugged. It became part of me. And when I had to put her down, it was a horrible thing. It really was because she was
very hard,
looking at me.
It is hard. I can
And,
remember the day she went.
She was because any time that I took her to the vet, she wouldn't want to be handled by anyone. She wanted to be handled by me, and I was the only one that could pick her up and hold her, and she felt more comfortable and safe with me. So I mean, that was a horrible thing to put her down. What are you laughing about, John? Talking about my dog, you fucking asshole. What are you laughing about?
I don't know. Just
So now, my kids went out and got another dog.
two of them. You fuck.
So now I'm stuck.
With two dogs.
I'm stuck in a way with, But look, this is the way I feel about animals right now. Hunters themselves, and me being a hunter, they should think about the way that they hunt. Give the animal a chance. That's all I say. I don't believe in all that technology stuff that, to get the kill. The kill is in the hunt itself. And and that's why you're called a hunter. All right? So,
But wait, before we leave, this is really funny. When we got my dog,
Yeah.
the collie,
yeah.
we were little kids. I'll never forget. I was like 4 or 5 years old. And my father took this dog and I said, and it comes in. So my mother didn't know how to distinguish the fucking sexes. So she named the female Laddie. I just had to leave it with that.
On that
It was
note,
funny.
goodbye.
Goodbye, guys.
Papa was a rolling stone. Wherever he laid his hat was his home. All he left us was alone. It was the 3rd of September. That day I'll always remember. Yes, I